Good Friday. We call it Good Friday because we know the end of the story. The story being the life of Jesus. Jesus, on Friday, goes to be executed for a crime he never committed. So who's guilty of the crime? And this is where it gets real, it gets raw, and the worst murder scene in the history of all of mankind took place on what we now call Good Friday. You have sinless Jesus, deserving no death or punishment, stepping in to take the burden and the punishment for all of the sin of every person who has ever lived this planet. Which is crazy, because you think, oh, well, why sin? You know, it becomes this churchy term. Well, look, we all know right from wrong, good and evil, love, hate. We can feel that inside of us. It's our conscious knowing, they're like, oh, this ain't right, or this is wrong. Well, now think of every bad thing that's ever happened, and there's judgment that needs to take place. There's a payment that must be paid for. Well, God wanted to buy us back because our sin separates us from God. But God, who's loving, compassionate, sends the only way to bring us back. We can't get back to Him, so He comes to us to give us Jesus. So in steps Jesus to go be crucified, as the Romans had perfected execution through the means of crucifixion. And crucifixion was where somebody would hang on the cross and gasp for air until eventually they died. And that wasn't the worst that happened to Jesus. He took the cup of wrath and drank it, which was the punishment for all evil. And whose evil? Whose guilt? Mine, yours. No one is without sin. And so this isn't some just religious or churchy message. This is about a loving God and a message of love through His Son Jesus to give us hope, access, and ultimately to destroy the final enemy, the grave. We know that pain we all feel when we lose a loved one, or we go back to a grave site and revisit those memories of somebody we love and care about as we think about their life and where they're buried. In Christ, everyone will one day rise, and this life is temporary. It is about our eternal destiny to be with God. And that's what Jesus did. As He hung on the cross, He shouted out, "It is finished." And what that means is He destroyed the final enemy. He fulfilled the mission of the Father with the love of God to get me and you back. So we might ask the question sometimes, well, is God good? If He's good, why doesn't He destroy evil? What's going on with all the suffering and pain in the world? Well, we know it's not that He doesn't care. It's not that He doesn't understand. He let Jesus suffer for us. Game changer. I pray today that every single one of us remember what Good Friday is all about. Jesus, it is finished.
Other time just flows, glimpse and look like whoa. Do it for love, always is us, circling up like O, and to the E, jump for the free, Michael hands to the plow like B, go when the beat, go hard for the street, it's good we see and how we speak, got that good in me, that hood in me, backwoods in me, like who is he, like Woody Buzzy, who fun buddy, till I see him coming, it's cool runnies, we spending money, for those hungry, going 120, don't stop the presses, we the messes, who carry His presence, there's only one message and only one president, He coming back and it's all for the benefit, elephant. We roll with the pack in the herd, ride in Michelin, up in Michigan, staying disciplined, no minigan, and when I Instagram, it's just a fam, and I'm not a fan, we came to follow, lead. good?
Yeah.
Is he good? Yeah, good.
Is he good? Is he good? That is so misunderstood. Is he good? Is he good? And we got that understood. Yeah, he good. 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 Yeah, he good.
Is he good? Well, maybe I misunderstood. Cause all this pain that I feel inside got me feeling like I'm abused. Gotta say, I ain't amused. How could a gracious man come in there and say me, man, it's his plan? Someone please help me understand. Oh, man, he took the rough away, sent it to the pound scale of blessings. Counted out, should've locked me up. How could my baby paid if I ain't innocent? Must be insane, or is he that good? Got a wooden back, but he stays strapped. You looking dumbfounded, I ain't in a grave. He gave me life instead of integrate. I ain't tryna hate, just gotta say.
Is he good? Yeah. Is he good? Yeah. Is he good? Is he good? That is so misunderstood. Is he good? Is he good? And we got that understood. Yeah, he good. 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 Is he good? Is he good? Yeah, we got that understood. Is he good? Is he good? Why's that so misunderstood?